Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that hits close to home for millions, the financial struggles of the middle class. Now you might think the middle class is doing all right? They're working hard, paying their bills, maybe even taking a vacation now and then. But let me tell you, there's a silent struggle happening in homes across America. Middle-class families may have a mentality of saving money and spending on necessities, but they can also face challenges in saving and investing. Here are some reasons why. They're stuck in a cycle of working hard, earning money, and then spending it all, sometimes even going into debt just to keep up. It's like they're on a treadmill that never stops. We're going to expose the 5 biggest myths keeping middle-class families from achieving true financial peace. It's time to break free from these chains and start building a future where you're in control of your money, not the other way around. Let's get started. You know, folks, it's heartbreaking, but so many middle-class families are struggling financially because they simply don't know any better. They weren't taught about money in school, their parents might have been struggling too, and suddenly, bam! They're thrown into the real world with a checkbook and zero clue about budgeting, investing, or even understanding basic financial terms. They think a credit card is free money, a mortgage is the American dream, and retirement? Well, that's a lifetime away. This lack of knowledge leads to bad decisions, impulsive spending, and before they know it, they're drowning in debt, with no life raft in sight. Listen, I'm not blaming them, not one bit. Our education system fails to teach personal finance, leaving millions unprepared for the financial realities of life. But here's the good news. You're here, you're listening, and that means you're taking the first step towards financial freedom. It's time to break this cycle. Knowledge is power, and in the world of money, it's the key to unlocking a future where you're in control, not just scraping by. So, stay tuned, because we're diving deep into the solutions that can change your family's financial destiny. All right, folks, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the single income trap. Now, I'm not saying that every single income family is struggling, but let's be real, relying on one paycheck can be a recipe for disaster. It's like building a house on a single foundation, one crack, one unexpected storm, and the whole thing could come crashing down. Job losses happen, illnesses happen, life throws curveballs, and when you're relying on one income stream, well, let's just say it's not pretty. Suddenly, that car payment, that mortgage, those groceries, they become a mountain of stress, and the worry can be crippling. But hey, I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to empower you. Diversifying your income is crucial, folks. Whether it's starting a side hustle, investing in rental properties, or even just finding creative ways to bring in extra cash, having multiple streams of income is like having a financial safety net. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, because if that basket falls, well, you know the rest. In the next chapter, we're going to tackle another silent killer of middle-class dreams, the rising cost of living. All right, folks, let's talk about this silent thief in our lives, the rising cost of living. It's like this invisible monster that keeps gobbling up our hard-earned money, making it harder and harder to get ahead. Gas prices are through the roof, groceries are costing an arm and a leg, and don't even get me started on housing. It's enough to make you want to pull your hair out. We're working our tails off, but it feels like we're running in quicksand, never quite getting ahead. But hold on, don't despair just yet. There are ways to fight back against this inflation monster. It starts with getting smart about our spending habits, cutting back on unnecessary expenses, finding creative ways to save on everyday items, and negotiating better deals on things like insurance and utilities. Remember, every penny saved is a penny earned, and in this economy, every penny counts. We're going to explore practical tips and tricks to help you navigate this cost of living crisis and keep more money in your pocket where it belongs. Now let's talk about risk, something that can make folks break out in a cold sweat, especially when it comes to their hard-earned money. I get it, nobody wants to lose their savings, but here's the thing, playing it too safe can actually cost you in the long run. You see, many middle-class families stick to what they know, keeping their money in low-yield savings accounts or CDs. They think they're being responsible, but the truth is, inflation is quietly eating away at their purchasing power. Look, I'm not saying you should go all in on risky investments, but you've got to find that sweet spot, that balance between protecting your principal and growing your wealth. That's where things like diversified investments, mutual funds, and even real estate come into play. Yes, there's risk involved, but with the right knowledge and guidance, you can mitigate that risk and watch your money grow exponentially over time. Remember, the biggest risk is not taking any risk at all. Alright folks, let's talk about something that really grinds my gears. Liabilities disguised as assets. You know what I'm talking about? Those things we're told are good investments, but in reality, they're sucking the financial life out of us. That new car that loses half its value the minute you drive it off the lot. Liability. That timeshare you'll use once a year if you're lucky. Liability. That expensive handbag you just to have. You guessed it, liability. These things depreciate in value, they drain our bank accounts, and they keep us trapped in a cycle of consumerism that benefits no one but the big corporations. Listen, I'm not saying you can't enjoy the finer things in life, but there's a difference between treating yourself and being irresponsible with your money. We've got to start being mindful consumers, questioning our purchases, and investing in things that appreciate in value, like our education, our businesses, or yes, even our homes. Remember, true wealth isn't about how much stuff you accumulate, it's about having the financial freedom to live life on your own terms. We've covered a lot of ground today, folks, but remember, knowledge without action is useless. It's time to take what you've learned and put it into practice. Don't let fear, lack of knowledge, or the pressures of society hold you back any longer. Some tips for middle-class families to improve their financial situation include: create a budget to help you keep track of your income and expenses. Save and invest. Set aside money for saving and investing, and consider investing in stocks, mutual funds, or real estate. Start early. Start investing as early as possible to give your money more time to grow. Be consistent. Make small investments consistently over time. You deserve to live a life of abundance, to achieve your dreams, and to leave a legacy for your family. The power to change your financial destiny is in your hands. Get started today and watch your life transform.